Please welcome your hosts for the evening, Anderson Cooper and Kelly Ripa.
Thank you very much, and welcome to CNN Heroes, an All-Star Tribute.
It's so great to be back hosting with you
Thank you so much
tonight.
for doing this. We really love to have you with us.
My favorite thing to do
Thank you.
every year.
So great to be back, isn't it? Yes. Oh my God. Hi everyone. What is this? Like 5 years us hosting together, right, Kathy?
Yeah, no,
Aspirin?
right.
So
no,
great
yeah.
to be with both of you.
No, you don't even.
Yeah.
We got it from here.
What?
Contractually, it's
Right.
just Kelly and me.
Just tonight.
You're actually just presenting.
Oh, I'm just presenting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh.
Did
okay.
your agent didn't tell you that?
No, I was told host. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I may be in the wrong event, actually. But does this mean I'm a CNN hero? Because I did use it to a 4th grade level. And,
Really? Clooney is.
I did not know
He
that.
loves Encyclopedia Brown and comic books.
Wow.
So
How does Amal put up with that?
Well,
who's that?
Next. A little inside.
here's what we do have guaranteed
Yes.
for you is that you will be presenting this year to an
Later.
actual
And very
hero.
soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So many famous people out there.
Yeah. Feast your eyes.
Wow.
So we're good. We're live, actually.
Oh, we're live
Yeah,
right
so,
now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
So.
Okay.
I'm
You-
nervous now.
Don't be nervous. We
Okay,
got it,
so
we got it.
I'll just go back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, like literally, like 3 minutes. Good. Yeah, just stay back. Just ignore him. Just
I
ignore
know,
him.
but he's still
No,
back
Just
there.
ignore him.
I feel like,
The camera.
I also feel like he's still growing, right?
He's big.
Yeah.
He's much bigger than.
He's
in the,
larger
yeah.
in person.
He's
What-
very lifelike. Very lifelike. No, good, good. All right, thank you, Will Ferrell. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you, Will. Very exciting. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Kelly and I are back as your hosts. Will is a guest. We're coming to you live from the Milstein Hall of Ocean Life at the American Museum of Natural History here in New York, and welcoming viewers from around the world who are watching right now. We're also here once again to celebrate everyday people who are changing the world. Why are you looking at me like that?
You look handsome.
I'm
Under
very
the
happy you're
glow
back.
of the
I'm
wind.
very- well, it's the dim lighting.
Listen, I'm happy to be here. You can't keep me away. I said it last year. I'll say it again. We all need this right now. This show is better than therapy. Just ask my therapist.
Yes. Much cheaper, too. The women and men that we honor tonight are really the best of the best. They saw a need in their community, and they didn't wait for someone else to fix it. They rolled up their sleeves, and they got it done. Our heroes tonight are truly incredible people, and I'm thrilled that you're going to meet them.
Yeah, they help veterans rebuild their lives, immigrants become citizens, support women escaping traffickers, teach girls in Africa to code, feed the hungry, and so much more. Their work and their stories will inspire you tonight.
I don't even know what coding is, but it sounds...
Me either.
Yeah.
That they told me to read that word, coding.
I'm glad somebody knows how to do it. CNN has given each of our top 10 heroes $10,000 so they can continue their work. And later tonight, one of the honorees will be named the 2018 CNN Hero of the Year and receive another $100,000.
That's great. We are also very grateful to all of the artists and entertainers who have given their time to honor some of our heroes here tonight. There are many first-timers, so welcome to the family, all of you.
All right, let's get started. You ready?
I got my tissues ready. I'm ready.
right.
Yeah.
So nearly 13 million kids in the United States live in poverty right now. They live in our cities, our suburbs, and small towns.
To tell us how, our first hero found a simple and beautiful way to help these kids rest easy is the star of the Broadway Play Network and a supporter of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Bryan Cranston.
Hello. On a chilly night, much like this one, a family needed a bed. A basic item for many, but a luxury one for others. So Luke Mickelson helped make it and delivered it. When he arrived at the home, he saw a woman rebuilding her life. She had shelter, a hot pot on a cardboard box to cook food and heat. But in the corner of her daughter's bedroom, Luke saw a mound of clothes where the child slept. In that child's room, he vowed that no kid would sleep on the floor. That year, he built 11 beds. The year after, hundreds more. The need was so great that he gave up his high-paying job to dedicate his life to this work. And this year, Sleep in Heavenly Peace made 2,500 beds for children all over the country. One man, one bed. A simple, beautiful thing shows how love thrives and changes lives from a small town in Idaho.
Twin Falls is a very small town community. I grew up here. I'm just a farm kid from Idaho. What I didn't know was there's kids next door and they need our help.
You're almost getting too big. I had some life changes and became a single mom of 5. We just kind of had to start all over again.
Mattresses, sheets, safety rails, side rails. These kids that we serve, they come to us from all walks of life. People trying to get back on their feet.
They'd crash on the couch or crash on the floor. It's been tough.
Usually finding shelter, food for the kids are priority one. Beds are just a luxury for some of these families. All right. Hello, can you show me where your bunk beds are gonna go? Yeah. You want it right here?
I think we want it over here.
When we deliver a bed, you walk in and these kids are just so excited. Here we go, guys. We make sure that they understand that this is your bed.
What's that gonna be?
The bed.
Your bed.
Come on in, welcome. We build bunk beds by getting the community involved. Wow, good Berman. We actually teach these volunteers how to build beds. They jump in, and 4 hours later, dusty, sweaty, they got smiles on their face because they just built 40 beds. All right, let her rip. Yeah! I stumbled upon this need that I discovered wasn't being fulfilled by anybody. To see my kids and my family be involved with it and help them learn the value of service, but also seeing everybody else. It changed who I am and what I do.
Before it was kids on mattresses on the floor, and now they all have their own beds.
You want real joy. Stop looking at yourself and see how you can help someone else. It doesn't matter what race, religion, we don't care. We're humans helping humans. And these are little humans, and they need our help. Sleep in heavenly peace, okay?
Yep.
All right, we'll see ya. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring CNN hero Luke Mickelson.
Thank you. And thank you, CNN, for this wonderful moment. Life is filled with tiny moments when something inside encourages you to stand up, to reach out, to take a leap of faith and not give up. When I was at a low point in my life, I faced a tiny moment, nearly dismissing it as insignificant and meaningless. But after feeling the joy of service and seeing the conditions that some of these children were sleeping in, I could no longer dismiss that tiny moment. It wasn't insignificant, and it certainly wasn't meaningless. Turns out, it was much larger than I could ever imagine. Seeing these children in need changed me. They changed my perspective, they changed my passion, and they changed my life. No kid sleeps on the floor in my town. Thank you.
I'm glad I wore my waterproof mascara for sure.
Me too.
According to the United States Department of Agriculture, more than 41 million Americans experienced food insecurity in 2016. And at the same time, up to 40% of this country's food supply is thrown out.
Here to share how our next hero is tackling both of those problems while she keeps up with her own classes at American University is the Emmy-nominated comedian, star of the film Holmes and Watson, a proud supporter of College for Cancer, which provides scholarships for cancer survivors, and our backup host in case anything happens to us, Will Ferrell.
All across this country, children are going to bed hungry. The elderly are looking at empty fridges, and men and women search for their next meal in dumpsters. What compels 22-year-old Maria Rose Belding to work so hard is that she knows that this doesn't have to happen. She spent much of her wise young life stocking shelves in her church's food pantry. She's seen waste on a scale that's caused her heart to ache. At 14, she remembers carrying expired boxes of macaroni and cheese to be thrown out past a line of people waiting to be fed. In that moment, she said, "This doesn't make sense." In college, she developed a free online platform called Means, which connects grocery stores, restaurants, and even casinos that have unwanted food with soup kitchens, food pantries, and shelters. Since 2015, she has prevented more than 2.1 million pounds of food from being thrown out. She's done this because she lives and loves by this simple creed: I was hungry and you fed me.
We have an abundance in the United States when it comes to food. And yet, we throw away up to 40% of it. But we still have a ton of hungry people.
There was a food pantry in my church that I grew up working in, and you would have way too much of one thing, and inevitably some of it would expire. I ended up throwing a lot of it away. That's such an obvious thing to fix.
Means is an online platform. We are a digital bridge between the excess food and the people in need.
For lunch today is tuna salad. We feed close to 300 people a day. Donations are critical.
We're a casino. We have big volume. Chicken, and more damn chicken. Now, when we have leftovers, we'll pan it up, label it.
All a business needs to do is tell us what they've got and when they need it gone by.
20 pans of chicken, 500 pounds. It's available today. I just hit post.
Oh, it's 500 pounds. And about 28 agencies were notified.
Chicken, summer squash rice, flank steak. I get a text, and assuming nobody has gotten there first, I claim the food.
This has now been claimed. It has turned green. You would really think that the novelty of it would wear off. It doesn't.
All right, I'll see you in a little while.
We're able to match up excess and need very, very quickly.
There he is. Good to see you. The people that are picking it up definitely need it. It's a win-win all the way around.
This is really 4 or 5 meals. That's big. That's a week. The simplicity of it. Oh, there's a text. And here's the food. It's magic. All right, there's lunch. It's exciting to me that food that had a whole other job yesterday found this way better job today.
It should be easier to give food to people in need than to ditch it in a dumpster.
How was lunch? Did we do okay?
Awesome.
Yeah?
I'm definitely not having a normal college experience, but we're building something that matters a lot more than we do.
Please join me in honoring CNN hero Maria Rose Belding.
First off, you are welcome to host in our office at any point. Secondly, my colleagues and I stand on the shoulders of moral giants, food pantries and soup kitchens whose work embodies what it means to love thy neighbor. They've taught me that when it comes to the people we serve, We don't have to get it. The lives of others may be beyond our experience, but they should never be beyond our empathy. We need not know the catalyst or the intricacies of suffering to know that suffering is wrong. By acknowledging us tonight, you acknowledge not only these incredible organizations, but our 46 million hungry American neighbors who rely on them. We have the excess, and we certainly have the need. All we have to do is match it. Thank you so very much.
Welcome back to CNN Heroes. Throughout the night, as you meet our top 10 honorees, I hope you go to CNNHeroes.com and click on the donate buttons to help support them. Your donations will be matched dollar for dollar.
And while you're watching, join the conversation on Facebook, and we're on Twitter at the hashtag CNN Heroes. And don't forget to stop by our Instagram page as well.
Well, tonight, not only are we celebrating our top 10 heroes, but we'll also be honoring 5 young people who are really making a difference in a lot of people's lives. We call them Young Wonders.
Yeah, here to introduce us to 2 of them is a champion of Planned Parenthood and a Golden Globe nominee for her starring role in the film 8th Grade. Please welcome Elsie Fisher.
Okay, there are a lot of things going on in life right now that can make young people like me anxious. Let's start with the environment. Huge fires, big storms, historic floods. But what should all bring us some hope and calm are 2 sisters from Bali, Indonesia. Melati and Isabel Wysen love their home and want to protect it. In 2013, when they were 10 and 12, they started a petition to get rid of plastic bags, and it grew into a huge movement. Because of their work, their beautiful island and our one blue planet have a chance to heal.
To me, Bali is very special. Nature was literally our playground. That really established a bond with Mother Earth from a very young age. The more we would go and explore, we would start seeing plastic. It's a serious, in-your-face kind of situation here. On the beach, the riverbank, in the streets, in the gutters, and it often ends up in our oceans. In 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in our oceans. That is 30 years away. That is in our lifetime. Bye Bye Plastic Bags was born in 2013. Right now, we're in one of our pilot villages. Taruh stikernya di sana ya. We started working in there 3 years ago to get the village plastic bag free. Hi! These local shops were spending a lot of money buying plastic bags, so we provide them with free alternative bags. Bye! They're all from recycled material. It's safe to say the village has reduced their amount of plastic bags by 60%. It really shows people are caring and that people are willing to change. Kamu mau makan plastic? No, no. Rivers are the path for all these plastics to end up in our oceans. And so we've worked to put in place river booms. We literally only need a net, recycled plastic bottles, and stones, and lots of friends to help you make it. And then you can slide the bottles in. A river boom is a sort of floating dam device to stop trash from passing it. Okay. Keep it going. For the oceans, this river boom means cleaner waters that it's receiving. The oceans, they give us life. It's our duty to protect the ocean. The world can say bye-bye to plastic bags.
I'm here with Melati and Isabel Wysen. Melati, your dress is incredible. Tell us what it says.
Well, I really wanted to wear the message that we stand for tonight. So my dress says, less plastic is fantastic.
Truly is. Now, what is the one thing we can all do to help out?
I think one thing that everybody here in this room can do when they walk out today, and something we've been campaigning for the past 5 years, is leading by example and starting by saying no to single-use plastic bags.
Okay, well, thank you, girls. You are both young wonders, and it is so well deserved. To learn more about Melody and Isabel's story and all of our young wonders, please go to cnnheroes.com. Congratulations.
Last week, the nation mourned the passing of our 41st President, George H.W. Bush, who dedicated his life to service. One of the many striking images that touched, I think, all our hearts was this photograph of his service dog, Sully, lying in front of his casket, his faithful companion to the end. It's a reminder that heroes come in all shapes and all sizes, and some have tails. Sully is a service dog from America's Vet Dogs, and I'm very pleased that Sully is here tonight with his trainer, Valerie Kramer. Please welcome Sully and Valerie. Now, normally you don't pet a service dog because they're working, but Valerie said it was okay because technically Sully's not working. So Sully will soon go to the Walter Reed Hospital in Washington, D.C., where his services are going to continue helping more veterans. He's 2.5 years old, so he's got a lot of contributions to make in the future, and thank you for all you do, and it's incredible. Sully was actually trained initially by prisoners, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's extraordinary.
Prison program, and then came to our foundation where I completed the training.
It's amazing. Here to tell us how a veteran in Kansas City, Missouri is guiding and helping veterans rebuild their lives is the granddaughter of President Bush, whose social business Feed is helping fight childhood hunger around the world and here in the United States. Please welcome Lauren Bush. Lauren.
This past week, we remembered and paid tribute to my grandfather, George H.W. Bush, who was the 31st President of the United States of America. From early on in his life, he was driven to serve his country and his fellow man when he enlisted as one of the youngest Navy pilots to fight in World War II. And what we saw from him, like many veterans, is that the desire to serve doesn't end when you come home. Whether or not you were deployed for a decade or a few short months, it is that oath they took that is timeless. Chris Stout learned this when he was injured in Afghanistan. Back home, he struggled to find his place, but his wife noticed that he came alive when he spent time with other veterans. Chris took a job at a local agency, and he grew frustrated as he watched so many end up on the street simply because they fell through the cracks. Chris met with some of his friends, and they vowed to serve his brothers and sisters in arms better. In 2015, they launched Veterans Community Project. It's a one-stop shop where any veteran can get a free bus pass, help finding a job, connection to mental health services, and transitional housing. In 3 short years, Chris has reached more than 8,000 men and women, showing all of us that service is unshakable and profound. He is a bright point of light.
In Afghanistan, I received a crush injury to my right leg and I was medevaced out. When I came home, I really struggled with my injury and PTSD. I kind of kept all that stuff to myself. Being around other veterans, that really helped me realize that I wasn't the only guy. But oftentimes, these guys fell through the cracks.
You take that and fill that out for me.
If you've ever served, you know that if one of your fellow platoon guys,
There's your card.
they need help, you help them. What branch are you?
Navy.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We serve anybody who has ever raised their hand to defend our Constitution.
There you go. Oh, boy.
We are the go-to place for all things veteran. You guys got a bus pass, all that good stuff?
Yes, sir. You don't know how much it helps us. It really does.
For homeless vets, the tiny homes gives them their own personal, private space. I didn't know what a tiny house was. I had to Google it. So a fully furnished home provides everything that these guys need to live with dignity, to live safely, and to just fix what got them there in the first place. If you want to get squared away, dude, we'll get you hooked up. Our tiny homes are organized into a veterans village. They get to know each other, they're supporting each other.
I was chronically homeless for about 8 years. Reconnecting with people that's in the military again, it's like, okay, this is my home. These are my neighbors. These are my family.
You gonna ride your tour?
When we see somebody reconnecting with their family, that's huge.
I am starting my own lawn care business, trying to finish my associate's degree. I love this place. It makes me love my country again.
I remember the first day I met you, man. Dude, you're like a different guy.
Yeah, they helped their job provided for me, man. I ain't looked back since, man. You saved my life, bro.
No, these guys are my buddies. So when I see a win for them, it means everything. That's what gets me going. If we were all out on the battlefield, they would have served me there. This is just my way to serve them.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of a grateful nation, it is my honor to present CNN hero Chris Stout and his service dog, Tom.
I am grateful beyond words for this honor. More than anything, I am grateful for the service of the men and women of the armed forces. You see, Veterans Community Project is all about serving them. Our country asks for veterans to sacrifice everything in their military service. And now it's our turn to return the favor. The roof we're putting over their head is only the beginning. We're helping them press the reset button on their very lives. Now, more than ever, I stand behind our creed, an oath to serve those who have served us. Thank you.
We'd also like to take a moment to honor two lives taken from us too soon. 2013 CNN hero Dale Beatty passed away this year. His work rehabbing homes touched the lives of so many veterans.
We also want to honor Mayor Brent Taylor of North Ogden, Utah. He was 39 years old. He'd completed 2 tours in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. Tragically, last month, on his 2nd tour in Afghanistan, he was killed. His wife, Jenny, and 3 of their children, Megan, Lincoln, and Alexander, are here with us tonight. Please welcome them. Their dad is a real American hero in every sense of the word, and we want to thank them and all our service members and their families who give so much to this country every single day. Thank you.
CNN heroes Shane Mitchell, Cynthia Erivo, and John.
And welcome back to CNN Heroes. The state of Oklahoma has had the highest rate of incarceration for women in the country for more than 25 years. Many of the women who are incarcerated struggle financially and emotionally.
To share the story of how a high school English teacher is helping thousands of these women is one of the stars of Black Panther, an award-winning playwright and a Goodwill ambassador for UN Women, Danai Gurira.
We hear the word inmate, and it brings up that cliche of an orange jumpsuit and a number. But Ellen Stackable knows that each and every woman inside a cell is a human being first, a human being with a voice. That is why Ellen co-founded Poetic Justice in 2014, so they could put lives into words, lives filled with abuse, addiction, lost children, mental illness, and a heartbreaking series of terrible bad luck. But there they are. Once a week, in chairs, with pencils and paper, unafraid to put the truth down on the page. They know what they have done. In spite of a system designed to strip them of their humanity, they remain women, mothers, and daughters. And word by word, they fight for forgiveness, healing, and the power to change.
My life before prison was crazy. I lost my dad when I was really young, and my mom was an alcoholic. I've been addicted to methamphetamine since I was 13 years old. I used to always say I would die before I was 21. And in a sense, I did. I have a 30-year sentence. 30 years is a long time. I didn't understand what that meant. After I hit the yard and I kind of got a taste of what prison was, it shocked me that I was here.
There's no coincidence that prisons are often in out-of-the-way rural places. It's because we don't want to see them. We don't want to know what's happening.
So we're going to be writing about a time when you felt a sense of victory. And we're going to take 10 to 15 minutes to write.
We provide a safe place for them to overcome trauma and pain.
You don't feel like you're in prison when you're in class. I felt important for the first time in my life. I feel like I have something to say.
I pick up the phone at random, hoping you might accept my call. Your call was not accepted. Put the phone back on the wall. If you want me, here I am. I'm not going anywhere for now. But I love you, and I promise you're the one missing out.
Their only true freedom, they have to hold within themselves.
Okay, anybody else?
This smile is a trophy, not one without a fight. Through ache and triumph and spite, my smile is my light. So I smile.
Oh, wow. That was victory. Whew. I have a voice. I have hope. I have the power to change.
I will start college in the fall. Through writing, I discovered that there's a whole world out there that I haven't even experienced yet.
There are no expendable people in this world. They're not a number. They're not just a color. They're a person of inestimable worth.
Please join me in honoring CNN hero, Ellen Stackable.
I would like to thank CNN for showing us light in a dark time. My heroes are the poet warriors behind bars, who are resilient, compassionate, and eloquent, and who refuse to surrender to hopelessness. One of my dear friends, Geneva, who is in prison, wrote, "Hope builds bridges between colors, ideas, and dreams. Hope honors, encourages, and applauds every effort towards goodness. It comforts failures and always, always tries again. It is the keystone upon which all things hinge. Hope is the center that holds when all else fails." The women in our classes have taught me the true meaning of hope and the power of second chances. I want more than anything to thank them and for you to remember them tonight. Thank you.
Our next young wonder is from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And, well, we'll put it this way. He's an absolute love.
To share his story is the Academy Award-nominated actor and the star of Stan and Ollie, John C. Reilly.
Hello. Well, I'm here to present the Young Wonder Award to 12-year-old Liam Hannon. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this kid. So 2 summers ago, when Liam was 10, he said, "Dad, I don't want to go to camp." Now, his dad was okay about it, but he told Liam he had to stay busy. So they found an online treasure hunt that required him to do some kind of service in order to play. So Liam looked out his window and thought about the homeless men and women he saw every day, and he decided to make them sandwiches. Now remember, he was just 10 at this time. Now when I was 10, I was also making sandwiches, but just for myself. Sandwiches. But that first week, Liam Hannon made 20 sandwiches for other people, and Liam's Lunches of Love was born. Now, he still hasn't been to summer camp. He's been too busy delivering food and also writing notes on the lunch bags. Notes like, eat and smile, you rock, and my favorite, I love you.
I think about how tough it is for someone to be homeless. Everyone should have a place to live. Helping people is important to me because people just need a little kindness in their life.
Who wants to make sandwiches?
I kind of had big ideas at first, something huge like getting a food truck. But then I realized that I needed to think smaller. I knew if I started small, it could grow and be better. Since July 2017, we've made 2,000 or more lunches.
Thank you.
You're welcome. A lot of people treat them like they're not even humans, but they are, and this shouldn't be happening to them.
Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. When I gave someone a lunch, their face lit up. It just makes me feel really good inside.
I've been out there on the lunch deliveries.
Well, that's real food. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
He wants to have a conversation and say hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Liam is going to change the world.
I'm definitely proud that I've come all this way to make that many lunches. You just have to start small, get help from friends, and do something that you love.
And I'm here with Liam Hannon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I heard you just got an electric cart, a food cart, is that right?
Yes.
How'd you get that?
It's from all the donations from all of our friends, family, and everyone who cares about Liam's Lunches of Love.
And I hear what you really want is a food truck, is that right?
Yes.
It's going to be a while before you can drive, you know.
True, but I will at some point.
Well, I wish you the best, and I hope you get the food truck very soon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. There's a lot more to Liam's story and all of our young wonders. You can check them out at CNNHeroes.com.
Coming up next, Emily Mortimer honors a hero who...
Welcome back to CNN Heroes, an all-star tribute live from the Milstein Hall of Ocean Life at the American Museum of Natural History here in New York. Our next hero is helping immigrants become citizens in Carson City, Nevada.
To tell her story is one of the stars of Mary Poppins Returns, a proud supporter of the Immigrant Justice Corps who became a U.S. citizen in 2011. Please welcome Emily Mortimer.
Think of all the times you've heard someone say these belittling words. Why don't they just learn English? Florence Phillips knows the sting of those words. Her father fled Poland and her mother fled France. They met and married in New York, had Florence, and she often translated for them throughout their lives. Then in her late 50s, she did something remarkable with hers. She volunteered for the Peace Corps and taught English around the world. In 2004, she realized many immigrants in her own city wanted to learn the English language too, but couldn't because the classes were expensive, many worked full-time, and transportation and childcare costs were added burdens they couldn't bear. So Florence tore down all those walls and started the ESL in-home program of Northern Nevada. Her classes are free and often taught in people's homes. She has helped 5,000 men and women learn English and more than 345 become citizens who are able to say these words with pride, love, and humility. I am an American.
Maria Ponce, Mexico.
Brenda Boyle, India.
Merlinda Francisco, Canada.
The citizenship ceremony is very emotional.
I'm so happy for my mom. She works so hard. Thank you for the smiles and lots of encouragement every day.
You hear how hard they worked before they could sit in that courtroom.
He dreamed about this moment since he was a kid. So this is his dream too.
My mother and my father, they came with what was on their backs. I saw how they struggled not speaking the language. Their goal was to become an American.
We're going to do singular and plural.
We meet the needs of the student.
Good. So it goes man.
Man. If they're working 2-3 jobs, they have to study every single day.
What are some examples of federal power? What is our most important document? How many voting members?
It is a very difficult test. A lot of Americans say they could not pass. It's almost like who came over on the Mayflower?
Today is a day my hard work paid off. I want to say thank you to my teachers. They believe in me and told me, you can do it. And I'm believing in myself.
You've got to work for your citizenship. Thank you for choosing to join us. Congratulations.
Maria?
It's the immigrants that made the United States. I want to tell you how proud I am of you. So I welcome all to come here as my parents did. Aren't you proud of your mother?
It's all thanks to you.
Oh, all thanks to me. We are giving them the key to unlock all doors to that American dream. I see the pride when they say, I am an American.
Ladies and gentlemen, she just celebrated her 88th birthday. Please join me in honoring CNN hero, Florence Phillips.
I am deeply honored and humbled to be in the amazing company of these other 9 heroes. The true hero is the parent, the grandparent, the aunt, the uncle, who made the ultimate sacrifice to leave their homeland in order to give their children a future here in the United States of America.